Imagine sitting in a quiet, foggy California street, unaware that a shadow is watching. A man who would come to be known as the Zodiac Killer was stalking the night, striking fear into every corner of Northern California. But this was no ordinary criminal. He didn't just commit murders, he taunted the police, sent cryptic letters to newspapers, and vanished without leaving a trace. Even today, decades later, his identity remains a chilling mystery. Welcome to Noman Tales, where we uncover the most haunting true crime stories. And the Zodiac Killer is the story that started it all. The first confirmed Zodiac attack occurred on December 20, 1968, in Vallejo, California. High school students David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen were parked on a remote hillside, enjoying the silence of the night. A car approached. Out stepped a man, armed, his intentions clear but his identity unknown. Shots rang out. David was killed instantly. Betty Lou survived briefly but succumbed to her injuries. What terrified the community wasn't just the violence, it was the randomness. There was no connection between the killer and his victims, no motive, no explanation. He struck seemingly at will, leaving behind only confusion and fear. Months later, in July 1969, another couple, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau, were attacked in a crowded area. This time, Michael survived and gave a chilling description: a man wearing a black hood adorned with a strange symbol. This symbol would later become his infamous calling card, a circle with a cross through it. Authorities were baffled. Who could commit such crimes without leaving fingerprints, without being seen clearly, without a motive? The letters, taunting the police. The Zodiac wasn't satisfied with just killing. He craved attention. Letters began arriving at local newspapers, including the Vallejo Times-Herald and the San Francisco Chronicle. Each letter contained cryptic codes, strange ciphers, and terrifying threats. One, sent to the Chronicle, boldly stated, "I like killing people because it is so much fun." The letters were not only confessions but demands. He demanded his letters be published, or he would strike again. The letters often included ciphers claiming to reveal his identity. One 408-character cipher, sent to the San Francisco Chronicle, was eventually cracked, but it didn't contain his name. Instead, it revealed a sinister message about his desire for control and the thrill of murder. Even after civilians cracked some of the ciphers, many remain unsolved to this day. The Zodiac loved puzzles, and every solution only deepened the mystery. Investigations and dead ends. The police launched massive investigations. Dozens of suspects were questioned, and several were closely monitored. Some had criminal histories, others were innocent. But every lead seemed to dissolve into thin air. Fingerprints didn't match, alibis checked out, and suspects either disappeared or were cleared. The Zodiac often struck randomly. Sometimes he attacked couples in quiet areas, sometimes in broad daylight. His attacks were unpredictable, his letters enigmatic, and his messages to the police taunting. The fear wasn't just physical, it was psychological. Every citizen felt they could be next, and every detective questioned whether they were missing the genius hiding in plain sight. The ciphers, unsolved mysteries. The Zodiac ciphers became legendary. The 408-character cipher sent to the Chronicle in 1969 was the first of many. It claimed to hold his identity. When civilians finally cracked it, they discovered something shocking: he had not revealed his name.